Almost every time. There goes the smite from Rammus, and Garnett, who is playing that Rammus, says thank you very much, I'll take that blue. Good start for Perculiar.
Yeah, very good start, and that is going to really upset WetDream. He's not going to be happy with that. Those that have seen his stream, he'll be raging at that already. He's not going to be too impressed with that, because that's going to really upset his first opening jungle. And Amumu, being anti-stratted, anti-jungled on Amumu is not pleasant. It can really ruin your day. So it's going to put him behind already. Rammus is going to be happy. It means Rammus can afford to skip his blue for a while. But he's just going to go around and make full use of that. So lane's setting up. It is going to be Renekton versus Anivia up top. Versus Nidalee, sorry, at top. Anivia was banned out of the game. So that's expected. Remember, this is pre-patch Renekton. So he's a lot stronger than he is currently in the game. He's obviously got that a lot more health regen back then. So Heimerdinger is going to be setting up mid versus Ryze. Meanwhile, it's going to be Ashe and Janna. Now, Ashe and Janna, that's a strong pushing lane right there, because obviously Janna's got the damage shield. Janna's going to roam as much as possible and try and give Ashe as much solo experience as possible, while looks like Taric at the moment is going to stay in lane for a little bit with Corki, whether that's opening strats. I'm not too sure. I would have thought maybe he'd roam a bit more, but maybe it's because they got that blue so early on, they're just going to think, okay, we'll stay here, we've got a good advantage. But they need to be wary of that, because as you can see, Janna's trying her best to stay away from the experience and not going for any last hits, as it were. So Ashe really is going to get a good farm down the bottom here until Corki gets closer to 6.
And of course in the middle, Heimerdinger there, keeping Ryze pretty much at bay that whole time with his auto turrets. You see Ryze just constantly going for those last hits, of course. Nothing really to write home about just yet. As we do see Taric already dropping one of his mana potions early on. And up top, Renekton's actually putting in a decent amount of pressure actually on Nidalee in that top lane. Forcing Magic all the way back almost into his tower zone.
We've got Rammus actually is pushing down the bottom at the moment. He's actually over in towards Amumu's jungle, and he's just pinged it. So he's going to go for a gank down bottom. Looks like he's going to try and take a look at Ashe or Janna. You can see he's in the bush down the bottom there, so he's spinning up. Here he goes, he's going straight in. Let's see who he's going to go for. I would assume it's going to be Janna. Janna's the easiest target to go for. He's going to go for Ashe, in fact. They get a Taric stun in. Corki's getting in there. They're going to get the first blood, and first blood goes to Corki. And that's exactly the person they want getting that first blood. That's going to give a good amount of gold to the carrier for Perculiar game in there. And Rammus immediately backing out, so he's picked up really a helpful first blood there. And now he's going to spin up and pick up that blue. There is a ward, though, down in Dragon, so they're going to see that Rammus is going for that blue, but I don't think they're going to be able to do too much about it. Meanwhile, Amumu gets the wraiths, and as you say, Renekton continuing to push up top, and he's really going to be able to, because he's got, like I say, he's got that health regen that has been reasonably nerfed. He's still pretty strong, but it was overly strong, so he's Rammus is pinging it, so I think he's going to give Taric the blue here. Yes, he is, I think. He may well get the steal. So Corki continues obviously to get free farm in lane. So Ashe obviously not only dying there, giving first blood, losing the experience, losing the last hits, and that period that he's been away from the lane. And the main thing I think for Fnatic here is PK in mid with as Heimerdinger. He needs to push hard really, but he needs to be very wary of that Rammus spin. But he's quite capable of taking Ryze quite far back to his turret here.
And they've got so much great crowd control when you think about it down in that bottom area. When you get Rammus in almost unnoticed, then you've got the stun from Taric, and that's why someone like Ashe is not going to last very long once those two get anywhere nearer and are looking in for that kill. And once again, xPeke just pushing in. Already his minions doing a bit of damage onto that mid tower. We've got a bit of action up top here actually, as Nidalee will get one spear off. Renekton is taking that damage. There's an ignite coming out as well, but we can see Blunatix with plenty of health to work with, keeping himself, although he's coming in, this could be a little bit risky there. I'm not sure exactly what his thought process was at that stage when he was so low on health to come back against Nidalee. Demon, can you shed any light on that?
Yeah, well, he popped his ulti, so I'm guessing he thought he could get enough health regen off the minions. But yeah, like you say, it just came back in, and Nidalee can just heal herself up and carry on fighting, and she does a fair bit of burst damage herself, certainly at this level when they're both even. I mean, Renekton hadn't quite got hit like the uber tanky abilities that he can get to. So Rammus at the moment in mid, trying to get onto Heimerdinger, hasn't got the spin, he missed the spin, managed to hit the turret, but he's going to have to back out there. Ryze hadn't caught him, so he, I think he span into the turret, which didn't get the stun onto PK.
Yeah, PK put the stun down, put the turret down right as we saw Rammus almost connect with it, or with him, I should say. And well, just nicely done overall. As you can see on the bottom lane once again, both teams down in that bottom lane on full HP, but it's Corki who's getting the majority of the farm.
Yeah, and again he has another little poke at PK there mid. Meanwhile, Nidalee's been back and bought a needlessly large rod, so a lot of ability power. Hasn't bothered with the boots, so he's quite happy to sit in range. Nidalee's got a lot of escapability, he can pounce away. So he's quite happy. So he's built a lot of AP up top. Minion-wise, 46 to Nidalee, 49 to Heimer, so they're the highest. But Ryze at the moment, Corki and Renekton all around the 50 mark. So at the moment, Perculiar have the better minions. You can see Nidalee going roaming. He's looking for Rammus, and I tell you what, he's just warded up. He might well get a free kill in a moment, because Rammus is going to come right round in towards that point. He's going to back away and go towards Renekton. Oh, he has. He's pounced away. He could have got a free kill there. He's going to surely see Rammus poking out now. Rammus is going to port away. No, he's not. He's going to go for red. How are they going to spot it in time? That's the question. I don't know whether he knows there's something up. And now Nidalee, you can see Nidalee stalking towards it. Is Amumu going to come and help? He's meanwhile trying to get blue. This is going to be the first blue. There you go. Now you can see Nidalee's pinged it. Nidalee's going to pounce through. He's going to work his way around. Tries to go for long-range spear. Didn't quite land it. Now they know he's there, so they're going to back away. Meanwhile, down the bottom at Dragon, they are setting up for a Dragon. It is going to be Fnatic on the first Dragon. They've got a ward down. They've got 2 turrets down. And this is surely going to be the first Dragon, because no one for Perculiar are moving anywhere near it. They have no idea what's happening. They're so concentrated on Rammus dying up top there. So Nidalee manages to get the kill, and Renekton's going to close on him. He's got Corki with him, so he may well die here. He's going to, yeah, he's got pounce. He's got stunned up there, and he's going to go down. But it's going to be a Dragon for Fnatic. So Fnatic came out a lot better on that one.
Yeah, and we saw there a great bit of flash work actually from both Nidalee and Rammus, although of course Rammus did die. The ridiculous damage that comes out from that spear of Nidalee, and nicely done by Rammus to get as far away as he did actually, but obviously in the end went down, but it was quickly avenged, and that Dragon did go over, as you said, to Fnatic. At the moment, Corki and Taric are actually, well, just dropping those wards in there as well, and killing obviously the Fnatic wards. And there we go.
Looking like we're going to have a gank attempt in mid. Taric going in there. He manages to get the stun down. Ryze is going to try and get a bit closer. Gets the prison down. Blows his ulti. Doesn't happen. Ulti from Heimerdinger. Manages to catch in the Ashe arrow. Oh, just about missing with the crystal arrow. And I think there was a sneaky heal as well from Taric. Just about saved him. That could have easily been first blood. But first blood? A kill, sorry. Renekton's going to make a dive onto Heimerdinger here. Grenade goes on him. Really well placed grenade there from PK. And that stops Renekton in his track. So managing to land it. Meanwhile, Corki is farming down bottom, continually free farming as well. So he's quite happy. Rammus, you can see, just around mid, but Heimerdinger's ported back, and we're back to as we were, although Renekton is losing out slowly on this lane up top.
Yeah, certainly. Nidalee, obviously, with so much AP at the minute with that early needlessly large rod. And that means her spear is ridiculously strong, as he just makes the jump in there onto Renekton, but he won't be too worried at that kind of health that he's got left. And there was a ping in there as well from Fnatic, so I'm not sure if something's going to come in again. Another bit of poking coming out from Magic, who of course is playing Nidalee. And Rammus is going up in the bush as well. This could be interesting. We'll see if Renekton is able to bait that Nidalee out. Give Rammus the option to spin into her and obviously knock that stun. At the moment, Renekton playing quite aggressively on the tower there, which obviously Nidalee's going to try and force him away from. Well, this could be a nice move from Renekton. I mean, Nidalee's probably not expecting that there is that Rammus hiding up in that top bush, and actually she's going to start walking straight in there, and she does put the trap down, and she's going to walk back in there. Rammus will get the stun out and the taunt, of course, and here we go. They're going to try and take Nidalee out, who pounces away into that tower, but they're going to try and dive, and there was the ignite out, but Nidalee, of course, will survive it. Nicely done.
Yeah, and she didn't buy the baiting as well. Renekton was trying to knock himself low hit points to try and bait him out. Didn't go for it, so playing clever, knew that Rammus was going to be there or thereabouts. A little unlucky when he put the trap down. It was just like a fraction of a millimetre away from Rammus's backside, which is why he didn't see him. So meanwhile, there's 3 down bottom. So Taric and Corki are going to back away. Clairvoyant's going out once again. Obviously, we can't really see where the Clairvoyances go because, as you can see on your mini-map in the bottom right-hand corner, we can see everything. So it's kind of hard to spot where they're looking. Clairvoyant's down bottom, so they can see the 3 there. So I think Amumu's going to back away and carry on jungling because he's not getting any experience down the bottom, not getting any gold, he's not really doing anything. He's trying to get a gank. Oh, Crystalline Arrow going in from Ashe there, just missing Corki by a whisker. He didn't even flinch. He quite happily didn't use his Valkyrie to get away. Stood there and took it and just dodged it. So he does have the boots. He's picked up a Sheen, so it looks like he's going to be building possibly a Trinity Force first instead of the Manamune, which they normally build on a Corki, which you tend to see on a lot of the top elo. But at the moment, it's the 3 down bottom, so Rammus is he going to come down bottom? I don't know where he's going to go. He's back in base at the moment. Ryze in mid at the moment, still having fair bit of success, I would say, against Heimerdinger. Heimerdinger's just come back with the boots on. Yeah, Mercury treads out. Yeah, Sorcerer's Boots, sorry, for Ryze as well. So he's bought a Negatron Cloak as well. Looks like he's going to build a Banshee's Veil up. Yeah, he's going to build a Banshee's Veil first. So Ryze a little bit worried about possibly Nidalee's spear coming into him. Meanwhile, at the top, say this is Renekton starting to get to sort of that stage where he's really quite hard to kill. He's just going to get a free way of it in his lane. So Nidalee is kind of tied up really at the top, otherwise he's going to lose his tower. And it's really going to be about a battle of this bottom lane now, I think, or maybe the mid, and which tank can try and get the game on the most. Heimerdinger is pushing. Let's put it out. He's going to continue to push. See, Ryze is starting to have to blow all sorts to just try and keep him back and try and push him back. So Heimer's going to come back out, pop his rockets, possibly try and land a grenade on him, and then start throwing the turrets out. And now he got himself set. So Ashe continues to farm quite happily down the bottom. It's pretty much balancing out. 3 kills to 2, 14 minutes in. 1 dragon gone down to Fnatic, which is due to spawn shortly. Item-wise, you can see that pretty much standard builds. 123 minions for Ryze. So Ryze has really picked up a bunch of minions while Heimer was missing there. 104 for Corki. And it's looking like there's a setup for blue. So are they going to try and get a gank on Renekton, or is it going to be Ryze mid? You can see Janna's putting wards down, so maybe, just maybe, it's going to be a Renekton gank.
Certainly looks that way, and I think I think I turned my microphone down. There we go, it's back up. I think to get that early kill, or early this kind of stage of the game onto Renekton, will certainly be a big bonus to Fnatic. Obviously the scores. Oh yeah,
they're poking Baron. I think they're seeing if they can trap anything. Heimer's turrets baiting. Are they trying to bait? They're trying to see if there's anyone going to come near it. Here they go. They're going in for the Baron. Ryze has just took a peek, but they have got the defensive wards out. Renekton is completely oblivious to it. Look, they haven't got a clue. Now Rammus is coming round. Rammus is going to put a ward in there. Now they see it, and now they need to get in there as quick as possible. Amumu's quite low on hit points. Renekton's surely going to get a kill on Amumu. Yes, he will. He's going to dive in there. Didn't steal the Baron, though. Baron went down to Fnatic. They managed to get in. They managed to get one kill. Looks like it was Heimerdinger's got around the side. Rammus is very low hit points. He's going to have to walk away. Oh, he's going to get taken down by xPeke there. So Heimerdinger's grenade onto him. So it's pretty much even, 1 kill each. Corki's just coming around the side. He needs to be careful. He's got himself exposed. He's trying to get pick off Janna there. Ryze is going to explode himself onto Nidalee. Nidalee goes down, and now it's going to be Heimerdinger down. This is all terrible. Fnatic are in all sorts of trouble. Remember, Fnatic have to get the win here. So they tried for that early Baron. They got the early Baron, but it has backfired on them. So despite picking up the 250 gold there, look at Corki continuing to push onto Janna and Ashe down bottom there. So despite getting the early gold off the Baron, the early advantage, they've kind of lost out because they lost 3 heroes in that fight. So pretty much even stuff, and wow, daring stuff, I would say, from Fnatic there. They knew that they had to go for it. Yeah, Baron early, so amazing. So Barrick's due to respawn and 23 minutes, and Dragon has respawned down bottom, so expect to see something building for that one.
And we've got Ryze, of course, putting that pressure on that middle turret, and actually has both blue and red at the moment from a little bit earlier on. And Renekton actually says nice tactic there, and giving Fnatic some props mid-game, which if Mr. James Too Good Harding would have seen, he would have gone crazy about, because he doesn't like the whole giving props to your opponents mid-game. Gives them too much of a mental advantage. Yeah, and we see now Janna with an Oracle, who obviously she's going to go around, get rid of as many wards as possible, which is pretty much done. There's only this one, as far as I can see, up by the blue buff on the Fnatic side, and we might just get a bit of a meeting here in this middle area. Only 2 around for for Perculiar. They're going to have to wait, but the stun's coming from Heimerdinger. Arrow comes out, and here comes the Amumu ulti, and that's going to take the first kill. But of course, we're not going to see Perculiar back away from this one. Flash goes out, Amumu away, Janna goes down, and we're going to see the follow-up. Can he get Amumu? He's there right next to the turret. Missed shot from Corki, and Amumu will survive just about. And what an absolute beast of a spear from Magic there on Nidalee. Got that final kill there right at the end, and it's brought the score back to 5-7. Still in favour, of course, though, of Perculiar, Demon.
Yeah, and they're going to get the dragon as well, so Nidalee's gone in there. Heimerdinger turret was still there, so... And Perculiar did back out of that. They were a little unlucky not to get the killer. Corki just missing that skill shot with the boost, like you say. Amumu should have gone down, didn't quite land it though. Renekton's returned back to lane, so dragon goes down, Nidalee back to bottom, and now he's going to push the lane a little bit, and it's only Taric that's coming near it, so he's going to get a bit of damage on this bottom turret. He's going to heal himself up quite happily. He's got red and blue on. He's still got that Nidalee large rod. That's whereabouts is he? Where's Nidalee gone? Yeah, he's picked up a blasting ward as well, so he's going for a death cap. And he's going to try and spear onto Taric here. Not going to happen. The minions are in the way. Amumu's gone back up top. Renekton's going to continue his free farm, and Corki picking up red meantime. And you can see on the map the red dots. They have good ward placing. They have traps down. They have turrets down in places that are required. So Fnatic have a really good view, and I cannot see a single ward at the moment from Perculiar Gaming.
There's one by blue. By Fnatic's blue.
And that's it. So they've got no view of the river whatsoever. So really, they have no idea what's coming at them if someone were to just gather up and pile across anywhere. So they could really dive onto a turret here. They're getting to that stage where it's quite possible that they could 5-man up and dive a turret, dive anyone on a turret, and they have no vision of what's happening. Renekton's pushed the top stack and backed away, and it is going to be the mid push. And Joe, I tell you what, I think they're going to get this turret quite happily.
Yeah, very easily. We're not going to see Perculiar Gaming go anywhere near this turret, but they are coming back with all 5 back in this middle area, so we may just see a bit of a fight around this turret. Let's have a look here. As obviously the poking done mainly by Nidalee, who gets a stun back just for a pleasure. Oh, that was a big hit out onto Corki once again, but you know, they're stacked up around there. Is that blue available? Blue is available.
Corki nearly going down there. Nidalee putting that spear through. Oh, just about missing him. It didn't quite got the range on there, but yeah, he nearly got one shot there. I think it took a good third of his health. And again onto Taric there. So Taric taking a big hit. So Nidalee has built up that AP. He's got 190 AP now, level 13. That spear coming in again, catching Ryze. Ryze got caught by the whirlwind. They're going to get this tower down. They're just poking them, pushing them away, and they are slowly working on this inner turret. So at the moment, the dragon is going to probably respawn in around about 3 minutes time, and Fnatic have just forced him back. Taric, oh, if he went for Taric, I think he'd have got the kill there. Don't think he could quite get the vision on him though. The turret's going to go down though. There we go, they've just landed him just about. Oh, the crystalline arrow goes in, didn't quite catch him. I think it was Taric they were after. They're going to go for Corki. The Amumu ulti goes in. That's going to be Taric going down. WetDream's going to back away. Catches a beautiful ulti, but rises. Managed to ulti and nearly blow 3 of them up. He gets 1 down, gets the 2 down. Can he get the 3rd? No, he can't. Nidalee's going to take him down. Nidalee quite low. Corki's going to have to back the hell out of there because the Heimer turrets were all over him, popping his missiles. Nearly got him. They nearly pulled it off Perculiar there, but they're going to have to back away. They did the best of jobs they could, but inner turret down, and now they're in all sorts of trouble. They're going to steal the blue from jungle, and the massive top stack as well. I don't think anyone will have teleports, so they're not going to be able to get near that. There's going to be a lot of damage going onto that top turret just from minions alone. They are going to steal the blue. Oracle now on Janna as well. So he's going to be clearing those wards. That's probably what was happening. That's probably why they didn't have any wards. You can see they tried to put one down here by Dragon. That's going to get taken down. Nidalee returns to lane. 9-8 now the score. And Fnatic, you've got to say, in the driving seat.
Yeah, really turned this one around. I mean, let's be honest, the start didn't look all that amazing for them. They lost those initial kills down on the bottom lane, actually, where most of the pressure was going out. But from there, things have really turned around. And those last two big fights, obviously picking up Baron was a big bonus for them as well. As PK will once again ward up. And just the ridiculous amount more vision. And there's so much damage again going out onto Corki. He's down below half HP up on this top lane. And there goes the other turret down on bottom. Sorry, I missed that one.
That was Nidalee. Like I said, he had a big stack, and he had no problem pushing it. Really, it was pretty straightforward.
And they're going to set up for Baron.
There we go. So 23, the Baron's about to spawn. There we go. And it's as respawn. They're straight on it, immediately on it. And Rammus is going to know that it's due because they knew the timer. Rammus is going to go and take a look. He's got. He's not going to have seen them yet, I don't think. Now he's going to come round. Yes, he does. So now they see the turret, they see the Heimer turrets there. They're going to back away because Nidalee's still bottom. So Nidalee's going to continue to push. So we've got a bit of a split push strat here. So Nidalee's going to continue on that bottom tower. Meanwhile, Fnatic are just going to tie up the team on Baron. I don't think they're going to bother. They're certainly not going to attempt to take it. They're just trying to bait them in. And it's working because, look, Nidalee's just quite happily got that big stack pushing up to the side there. So Magic is going to take that turret down. Meanwhile, they're going to go for it. They've still got Amumu's ulti up. So now they're going to go in. Oh, and then Janna blows them all away. So it's not on Nelly. Heimerdinger missiles do a lot of poke damage there. Ryze is going to go in. He's going to explode in Janna's face. Heimerdinger backs away. Renekton, we thought about it. So good output damage there. Really bouncing those bombs around. And the moment, though, like I say, Nidalee pushing that top tower. And if they don't go back shortly, he's going to be onto that base tower. Have they realised it yet? Nobody's ported back. Yes, Rammus has ported back now, but he's on that base tower and he's doing damage to it. He's needs to be careful. He's getting hit by the tower. But in the meantime, Amumu's got in. He's got an ulti. Can he get a kill? No, he can't. Corki was low. But he went in kind of solo there. I'm not too sure what he was thinking. Maybe it was just a delay tactic. But as you can see...
Peak doing... And PK, I'm not sure again, he went in on his own, looked into the bush. I mean, why would you look into the bush there? There's just no need for it.
Face check. Yeah, I don't know why they face checked. I think purely all they were doing is trying the best to hold. He was trying to hold the team there as much as possible to buy Magic all that time. Nidalee on the top. I don't think he realised that Rammus had ported back. He thought he'd got the whole team, and he nearly did, to be fair. So that top turret's going to go down. Baron is still up, so I guess we're going to see them reform and maybe another pop at Baron. Maybe Nidalee's going to go and solo Dragon.
Yeah, Nidalee is the one in middle, who of course had done some great work down on that bottom lane and has pushed it all the way back to, well, almost that final tower now. Well, is the final tower. And now we can see Perculiar starting to move up here in middle, and Nidalee gets out just in time. No problem for Nidalee. Nicely timed. Again, we're seeing Perculiar going a little bit more aggressive. We're going to see Rammus come straight through here, and that's a nicely timed whirlwind. The flash actually comes out from Rammus, hoping that his team can catch up with him at some point and do some damage here. Ulti pop from Rammus. He is within range of that turret, and he is going to go down there to Lamia, who of course playing Ashe. Here comes the rest of the team though, and we have xPeke in a lot of trouble. Grenade coming out. Corki surely going to fall. No, he won't. He flashes away at the nick of time. We see Janna so low, but again he's able to escape. Amumu still in there with WetDream. Surely they're going to be able to knock him down. Renekton's on the tower. That's going to be dangerous, but of course can use his charge to get himself out of there. Here comes Rammus. Will nuke down Nidalee. And well, WetDream on Amumu is probably crapping his pants right now on that tower, wondering how the hell did I survive that? Well, there's the reason. He didn't actually survive it. It was just a matter of time. Nicely done from Perculiar.
Very well done. And Rammus, he managed to get in and just taunt Ashe enough. Ashe actually, I think, got away in that, didn't he? So Ashe was the only one that survived. They're going to go get Dragon now. Personally, I'd have gone straight to Baron. They did get the teammates. I'm not too sure whether they had enough time to get in and get Baron. They didn't, whether they really had enough hit points, but they didn't have the Taric in there, Rammus in there, but they may well should have gone for Baron there. I don't know. They have a big stack on bottom. They're not going to bother following it up because I don't think they go. Now they're pinging Baron, so I think they should have gone straight for Baron there. That's just my opinion. But yeah, like you say, I mean, at the top, the first fight, the previous fight, when Ryze, managed to get the kill, if Rammus would have gone in then and ulted, I think they would have got them all. Instead, they lost a couple in the fight, which is where Nidalee pushed that side turret. But they came out better in that one. So 16-9 the score at the moment. And again, it looks like we're going to see another stack up for Baron. 26 minutes gone. Tower-wise, it's Fnatic with the advantage, but but they're not out of it yet, Perculiar. And Ryze is really absolutely exploding on them at the moment. He's doing a lot of damage to them, and they need to be a little bit wary of him. And Amumu, you can see he's built up that Banshee's Veil, so he's going to be trying his best to get in there. Has he got Flash? Has Amumu got Flash? Yes, yes he has. So we might see a Flash ulti rather than the bandage toss. They're going to move around. Looks like they're going to steal the blue while they're there. They've got free roaming. Meanwhile, while they do it, Perculiar look like they're going to make a dash over towards Baron. Yes, they will. There's no wards down from Fnatic anywhere near it. They can see they've got a trap in mid. Yeah, they're going to come back. They're not falling for it. They're not being baited, so they've just picked up blue, and I think we're going to see a fight in the middle.
It certainly looks that way, although we see Fnatic moving away, but here comes Renekton. We've got the stunning onto Janna. Mellisan, of course, trying to get away as quick as possible. There goes the Amumu ulti. WetDream down to round about half, and we see the shackles coming out onto Magic, somehow staying alive, but there we go. Nidalee is down, and all 400 AP that she had as well. Taric surely is going to fall here any second. No, did he fall? No, he survived, but we did see WetDream go down, and xPeke is going to follow, and well, a kind of not a great situation, let's say, for Fnatic there.
Yeah, and Ashe once again just about escaping by the skin of his teeth, and that's got to be Perculiar now. Surely going to take Baron. Yes, Baron, it will be. Yeah. Ryzed, says Ryze. So, yeah, they are going to go for Baron. They're going to stack up for it. They've put the defensive wards out, and it's going to be a free Baron almost here because, well, Fnatic can't respond to it. There's nothing they can do about it other than they put the. You can see they've put the clairvoyance down. They can see that they're going for it. There's not a lot they can do about it. I don't know whether Ashe has got Crystalline Arrow to try. Actually, no, you can't even steal with Crystalline Arrow. So I'll ignore that comment completely. So a Baron now and Perculiar back in this game, and really with control of the game, I'd say. They don't have the turret advantage, but now with Baron, if they can group up and push strong, they can easily take down an inner turret. They just need to be careful they don't get caught out. Nidalee's going to go looking for try and steal a kill, try and get a poke, but the push trap for Fnatic, they need to return to it. So Ashe with an Infinity Edge. Minion-wise, you can see pretty even stuff. It has to be said. Look at 7 for Taric. That's exactly what you should be doing as a support. People that play in solo queue, please take note. This is what a support should be working out. This is how it should be working. Just getting the gold off the heart gold and anything else that you can try and snivel away from. They're going to back away Fnatic. And as I say, back to towards the items. Force of Nature on Renekton now. The Ryze has built himself up a Rod of Ages, Banshee's Veil, and got himself a few more blast walls. Rammus he's unable to complete any items. He's not having much luck of it. He's 0-5-4, so they've not really been able to help, and he's kind of getting to the stage where he's a little bit helpless. Whereas you look at say Amumu, he's already got that Banshee's Veil built up, which is what Rammus is trying to build by the looks of it. But other than that, he's not managed to get too much tanky items. And Nidalee already got the Lich Bane up and a Death Cap, so a lot of AP on Nidalee, like you say. And overall, I would say Fnatic in probably a slightly better situation with items because of that early kill, and they're still kicking off, Joe.
Yeah, here we go. WetDream obviously getting himself out there as quick as possible, and the arrow actually comes in just to try and slow this push down. And here we see WetDream making another move. Surely we're going to see Rammus go down. No, he's got himself out there. Corki's dove into the fight. We see Nidalee falling. That's magic for Fnatic. And well, of course, now the turret is going to be the focus of the attention from Perculiar Gaming, but they're all so low HP. Can they take it out? No, they're not going to. And Renekton's even managed to fall during all that one. And it probably would have been wiser to get away rather than falling down. Here we see Ryze once again flashes in, gets himself one. There's the second that comes around. Obviously it was Taric to finish off, but it was about Ryze again. We saw that from him earlier, Demon, flashing over the top and then doing a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah, and Corki getting just about time to perfection there. You got the big rocket out, which is the ulti, which hit them both, or just at the exact time that Ryze exploded in the face. Massive burst damage straight onto them. That's going to be the base turret down, and I don't think they're going to back away. I don't think they're going to go for the inhib. They did have Baron in there, so remember they had that big Baron advantage. So again, we are all square. I've got to say, I think Perculiar in a much better situation. Remember, Fnatic have to win this game to progress from the group stage. At the moment, they are third in the group. They have to win this game, and they have to win it within 54 minutes. It's 31 minutes into the game now, and it is looking dangerously precarious for them. They are not in a good position right now. They need to gather the thoughts, regroup. I mean, there's obviously no talk because they're all using comms, so they just need to make sure that there's no raging on the comms because they were in such a good position, and they've kind of blown it a little bit here.
Yeah, I tend to agree, and I just want to make sure everyone at home, you know, gets a view of the scoreboard as often as possible, so they can see the items coming up. And we had a Banshee's Veil. Was it on Ryze that I saw there? Yes. And obviously, for someone like Ryze, with so much AP on Nidalee at the moment, it's not a bad idea for everyone to get a Banshee's Veil as we start to head into the final stages of this game. And now we see Renekton starting to push in. And Spear from Nidalee did come towards the attacking line, but I mean, Fnatic probably aren't going to be able to put much of a fight around this inhibitor. They are stacking up around it, but as you can see, Perculiar just going straight in there, no problem whatsoever. And oops, he will take this one down here within the next few seconds, maybe. No, he's been forced away, nicely done by Fnatic, but it's just kind of a matter of time. Obviously, with that tower gone, not much they can do. And Perculiar just sat outside the base, wondering, are Fnatic going to go aggressive? And we see Rammus there moving in, and they've managed. Oh, he was a little bit unlucky. He was waiting for someone to put the hit onto Amumu. We actually see the stun coming out as well. Here comes a push, and we see Renekton going in there. Amumu from, ulti from Amumu far too late. Inhibitor is going to fall as well as those kills coming in. Rammus will powerball himself right out of that area. Ryze is in a bit of trouble though as he actually gets flung up in the air, but here come Perculiar once again, trying to force Fnatic back. They're all low HP. Rammus is going to fall, and now they really have to get out of there. It's 3 versus 5 as we see another spear come in. It lands on Taric, takes him almost down to death. It's then finished off, and as they try to chase out here, Corki, of course, trying to keep them away. We see the flash out from Nidalee, not giving up just yet, and she will get the kill onto Demigod, who of course is playing Corki, and we see Renekton now fighting for his life as he, well, running for his life is probably more accurate in this stage. He turns around and they are going to deal with him and get that kill, and it will actually be Nidalee, and they need to be a little bit careful how many kills that they're awarding this Nidalee. I feel.
Beautifully timed ulti from Janna there, saving Heimerdinger's backside. He was just about to go down. That's who Renekton died for. And brilliantly timed ulti, blew him backwards. Renekton could do nothing about it. He was getting no help from each end. So Fnatic really countered very well there. They did lose the inhibitor in the meantime, but all they lost in the fight was Amumu. Well, losing your tank is not the end of the world, as we saw. They got the damage. They're going to pick up a dragon down bottom, free dragon. The Baron now completely cleared off Perculiar, and 34 minutes. Time is against them, remember, but they're getting to that stage where a team ace will win the game, and they can run through. They're fighting against super minions there, which is why they couldn't pile up mid there, which is why they backed out. They have big stacks on the right and bottom side, sorry. Get my lanes right. And like we mentioned, item-wise, they are starting to hit critical levels. So Nidalee, I think, picked up a couple of kills in there, so he's going to be now very strong AP. Yeah, so he's picked himself up a few more items. The Infinity Edge on Ashe, along with the Zeal, and Quicksilver Sash. Quicksilver Sash is one of those underused items in solo games. It's a really good for removing a debuff. Just a single click sort of thing. It's basically a free cleanse, basically. So they're going to, they can see, they've clairvoyanced. Taric's got to be careful he doesn't get caught out here. Oh, nearly. And the arrow goes in. That's going to hit Rammus. That's not going to be nothing. They don't need to worry about that. They're not going to dive on it, because look at the damage onto Taric there, though. Just a few little pokes, and that he was nearly half health already. It's Ryze really they need to be going on. That's who they're going to try and explode on. That's who Amumu surely is going to be waiting for. They need to pop that thing. Oh no, he popped the ulti. The Banshee's Veil was still on, so Ryze is going to explode in his face. In there, they are all tightly grouped. Ashe is in trouble now. Ashe has been prisoned up there, just about backed away. Ryze goes down. Taric and Corki are in trouble, so they managed to get themselves out of it with good heal ability. Janna healing up there. Nidalee also got the heal, and it was perfectly timed because the Baron just spawns. They knew it was due, which is why there was time to stack up that fight, and that's going to be Fnatic with the Baron buff. And surely they're going to be able to push a lane. They've got to be careful because they've got some big stacks, super minions pushing up mid. The bottom turret is in a little bit of trouble, but Heimer's going to clear that out pretty sharpish, which is why they're all having to back away. They're not going to go diving on any turret at the moment. Remember, I think Nidalee probably could have quite happily gone and soloed that top turret. Just take away a little bit of vision. Remember, obviously, we can see everything. The players certainly can't. And ward-wise, you've got to say Perculiar have got quite a few out there, but not really helpful at all, because frankly Fnatic have suddenly gained map control. 24-19, they're slowly pulling the kills back, and they need to be careful that Perculiar, they've took this inhibitor down mid, which is really going to feed gold to Fnatic more than anything. While it's got the super minion stacking, it also means they're going to completely feed on the gold. So Perculiar have not been able to benefit from the fact they did get the super minion spawning. In fact, it's complete role reversal. Fnatic are getting all the benefit because they're getting all the golden experience of it. Experience obviously doesn't matter so much. Well, it does, because WetDream's still only level 15. So 37 minutes in, and Fnatic now with Baron are going to group and push up mid. So remember, Amumu wasn't alive, so that's why you're not seeing Baron on him. Whereas the rest of the team, the ones that count, the DPS, do have Baron, and they have good minion stacks now, and they're just going to follow it straight up mid.
Yeah, that push is going to come in. Obviously, we see Perculiar Gaming stacking around their base tower, getting ready for this push from Fnatic, and probably really worried about those spears from Nidalee. There comes the first one, and it actually, I'm not sure if it connected or if it missed there or what kind of miss. Here comes Rammus from the side. They have to be careful of that one. Here comes a jump in from Renekton as well. Are we going to see the ulti from Janna? Yes, we are. The AoE heal coming out. Renekton, sorry, it's Taric that's going down low, and he will fall there, and we are seeing pressure put onto WetDream. He will follow. Rammus is going to move in there. Nidalee could be in a little bit of trouble, but she turns around, nukes Rammus in the face with a single spear. No problem at all for Nidalee, and there goes Renekton as well, and surely Ryze is going to follow, and Corki, I tell you what, it's not too far away to avoid all this one spear. Oh, and he gets out just in time, perfectly timed, but Nidalee will follow up, and brilliantly done from Fnatic. And there we see the whole of this Perculiar Gaming team go down, and we are now going to see them, of course, try and take this final tower so they can get rid of the inhibitor. Obviously, there are no minions in there. The heal will come in onto Nidalee. This inhibitor will fall here in just a second, and Rammus say 1k heal is real.
Yeah, and they made the classic mistake. They chased Nidalee. You know, Heimerdinger was right there for the taking, but they chased Nidalee down. And yeah, sure, Nidalee could do a lot of damage to him, but you can't catch Nidalee. You can't chase him down like that. He'll just pounce away from you every time and heal himself, and you just do nothing with him. And that's when Renekton kept following. Instead, he just got blinded in the face. He got missiles in the face from xPeke, and it's the classic mistake of chasing down a Nidalee while Janna and Heimerdinger was right there for the taking. But well, from almost acing Fnatic, they just got completely battered. It was unbelievable turnaround, and couldn't quite manage to land the damage. And well, all credit to Fnatic really for sticking it out, landing that, like you say, the Janna ulti came off perfectly timed. Now the inhibitors respawned as well. So now Fnatic really have a big advantage. They've took the inhib down. Their own one is back, so they can just push straight on. Meanwhile, they're trying to get Amumu to level 18, trying to get him that little bit of gold. As minion-wise, well, doesn't really matter. They're hitting 200 plus now. Item-wise, if you, I'm sure you've seen it on screen, you can see they're pretty much hitting critical mass, as it were. Corki's got a lot of damage, but frankly, he can't stay in the fight long enough. He's 4-2-15, so he's got all those assists, obviously pumping them rockets out. But look at Ryze, 17 kills, 17-5-6, so tank Ryze is for real. So really, Ryze is the only one that's keeping the minute right now. Ryze is exploding on the face. As soon as he goes down, as soon as that Banshee's Veil gets popped, Nidalee is on him like a rash, and he is all over him. And frankly, they are struggling to repel the damage. So just waiting for Ashe to catch up, and I think Fnatic are going to make a final push here.
Yeah, and as you can see, they are starting to work their way in. They do have those super minions there with them for a little bit of backup as well. You see xPeke just making sure that he keeps them at bay while Ashe joins in with the group. There we go. Ashe is now in and amongst them. And the super minions coming in from the bottom lane as well. And we've seen top turret go down just by the minions. Obviously a big stack of minions. And again, Taric taking the full force of someone. I think it was a grenade from xPeke, and they've started to put the pressure in onto this first turret now. It's going to fall here any second now. There goes the another spear out towards Taric, who's way below half HP. And here we go, flashing from Renekton. Rammus is going to join in the fight. Ulti from Amumu. All of them getting blown back, obviously, from the Janna ulti, but this could be a good pushback from Perculiar Gaming. There is Ryze trying to nuke down Janna and will get that kill, but he is going to fall, and that could be the crucial thing as a triple kill comes out from xPeke, who there he is up at the top. We are going to be seeing the win as that Nexus falls, and it is going to be Fnatic Demon who managed to pick this one up. But my friend, did you see the time?
Yeah, it was within 40, I think it was about 41, 42 minutes, so that means Fnatic will qualify and will get through, but wow, they certainly made a meal of it, didn't they? It took a bit of doing, and you've really got to give credit to Fnatic because they almost got pushed back. Perculiar fought the way really well into it, but a couple of team fights they balanced, they teetered on the edge, they could have gone either way, and it was more, I don't know whether it was a case of getting the primary targeting right, but for Perculiar, Nidalee carrying as best he can, or rest of the team just relying on Ryze. I don't really know, but Perculiar Games, they did very well here. Perculiar Gaming, you can't take anything away from them. They have beat Fnatic before in this group stage, but they're going to take the loss here, and well, Fnatic are going to be happy because the pressure is off again.